Do you think we should use these? Oh, that one is too bright. Because now this is going to shine on.
It's super bright.
Yeah. That's why I need to share the shadow from the middle base of that understand. Think I'm ready? I think.
Action.
Just. Okay. Photography has made me come to understand and appreciate life more differently and to analyze it a bit more. It is my first and foremost engagement with the world. It is my personal vision and interpretation of what I see and feel around me. I feel as though that in my photography, regardless of what subject matter I'm dealing with, it always has a lot to say about who I am. My mother subconsciously introduced me to art. When I was younger, I remember that she loved collecting a whole lot of antique art pieces and pictures. And so when I started painting and drawing, she would display my work all over the house. That always encouraged me, and I wanted to enhance my skills at the School of Arts, but a number of circumstances got in the way of that. And so I found comfort in dancing as I had lost complete inspiration as a visual artist, and that happened for like a good few years until I was done with high school. I worked for about 2 years after I was done with high school, and I just wasn't satisfied with waking up every day just to make a living. I wanted to do something that I was passionate about, something that would allow me to express myself. And so I realized that I was still very much passionate about visual arts. And on my journey of self-discovery, I developed a strong love for photography. And so I decided to go and study at the Market Photo Workshop, and I furthered my skills in photography and started a career for myself. I mean, art is about expressing and discovering yourself. I find that the more I photograph is the more I develop as a photographer. So it's not just about what other people see in my work, but it's also about what I see about myself. My photography as a whole is an understanding on how light necessitates shadows. When you look at photographs, they have much more detail in the shadow areas than they do in the highlight areas, which means there's much more detail and much more pixels and information in the shadow areas. And as individuals, I feel like we all have subconscious shadows lurking within. They are that instinctive being that knows your true self better, you know. And when you shine enough light on that, you're able to discover more about it. And so I feel like the light and the shadows are the personality and the life of the photograph. I bring into my photography knowledge on all the books that I've read, the people that I've loved, the experiences that I've had, the places that I've been to. In my photography business, I'm always dealing with people that look at photography quite different than what someone like myself would. So the way in which I deal with my clients is to help them understand the language that we speak in the creative world, and so they start to look at photographs in that sense, so that our work also relates to them and not only us. I find that photography can also affect people's worldview, which consists of a lot of ideas of how people explain themselves and concepts of culture. I approach my process of creating images the same way that an architecture would approach his process in design, or that a musician would when composing music. I do that so people outside the study of photography can relate to the work. When you look at Africans, a lot of our history is preserved in music, and a lot of that was introduced to me through rap music, and as well through music that relatives would listen to, like your Hugh Masigelas and your Miriam Makebas, that expressed a lot of issues like social identity and consciousness through their music. And so I find that it's very important to communicate truth in my imagery, so that I can express the same concepts and ideas that musicians do in their music. I don't separate my spirituality and my profession, because I'm always trying to balance what people see and what people experience emotionally when they look at my work. And I think it also allows me to be real. Nothing defeats a passionate mind, especially when you care about what you're doing and why you're doing it in the first place. I think every job is a self-portrait of who you are. I see photography as something that's always developing and changing in time. We've seen it move from being filmed to digital and not being considered as art to being considered as art. We live in a world where digital has made it possible for anyone to take photographs, but we also need to see that not everybody has an understanding of light. As people, we have quite photographic memories, and we capture certain events and moments because they are worth something to us and we want to have them live forever. I think when we do more snapping than we do thinking, we lose the value and significance within the images. I am Phumelele Kunene. I am a mother, I am an entrepreneur, and I'm a photographer. Images are the language that I speak. The camera is my microphone.